Shalom, it's falling Yahshua. Welcome again to Rock. It is a hot, exhausting day. And we're only halfway through the day so far. Whew. Anyways, there's a lot of distractions going on in the world right now. A lot. There's a lot of things that are requiring one's attention, and sometimes it's attention that we ought not give to that thing. I know for a lot of people what's going on in Afghanistan, Vietnam, Afghanistan. It's a big deal. And they left Americans at the Kabul airport, hasty withdrawal. But this just mimics Vietnam, where during the Vietnam War, America oftentimes took positions, took hills. I don't know if any of you ever seen the movie Hamburger Hill, but it's based on a true story and this happened all throughout Vietnam, where they fought for an area, they fought for a hill, they fought for a location, ran the enemy off. The enemy ran off into the hills, ran off into their caves, and after America took the position, they put their flag up there, and then they withdrew. And the enemy retook the area that Americans lost their lives to take. And as you see this more and more, you see, okay, this is, Vietnam was a political thing, and now this thing in Afghanistan is nothing but political. It's never been about freeing nobody. It's never been about helping nobody, because I think we have enough people in this country right now that could use help. There's enough people in this country, and we spent decades over there in Afghanistan. And there are people right now in this country who could use help. The veterans who risked their lives in Afghanistan and many other countries, Iraq, all over this world, they could use the help. All that money that we spent, all that money that we left behind, wouldn't it have been nice if that could have gone to the people that live in this country? See, this is why I don't get up and riled up about what happens, as far as the political realm of this country. I don't get riled up about presidencies. I don't vote, never have. I don't get riled up in, is it Obama, or is it, Bush, or is it Clinton, or is it, Hillary? I don't get caught up in Biden or Trump. I don't get caught up in any of that, because it's the same damn thing. There's a picture on Facebook that I saw, and it had a wing nut, and then it said right wing, left wing, same nut, because both wings are connected to the nut. And that's kind of how I see this political realm. What I focus on is the word of Yah, my family, my wives, my children, and my beloved brothers and friends. All the rest of that stuff, as you see, whether you yell or scream or protest or do backflips and cartwheels or speak in tongues about it, it don't change. It don't change. You can't change this system. You can't change Egypt. You can. Moshe didn't try to change Egypt, even though Moshe had power in Egypt at one point in time. Moshe had to acknowledge who he was. And the people had to be led out. Come out of her, my people. Come out of Egypt. Come out of this system. Come out of this Roman, Babylonian, Greek system. Be ye separate. Touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. I strive as much as I possibly can for me and my family to come out, to grow our food, to be self-sufficient as much as we possibly can. That's what we're doing today. We were planting more gardens. And it's amazing because we see more and more people who are not of this faith. I just got a phone call yesterday from somebody that I deeply care about, from my past, and she told me something. Mind you, she has never grown food or any of that sort of stuff. Never grown food that I know of. Never grown food, never gardened. But she told me something that was powerful about growing food. See, people can see what's happening. People know what's going on in this world. People can they're going to their Walmarts and they're saying, yeah, this ain't normal. And this is not going to return back to normal. They're going to their Kroger's or their Fred Meyer's or their, did you do the other garden?
Yes, Master.
Okay.
Oh, wait, the small one?
Yeah.
Number 3?
Yeah. Okay. They're going to their Fred Meyer's and they're going to their Stater Brothers, and they're seeing the fruit, the food, Don't use a lot though. It doesn't need a lot. It's a light sprinkle. They're realizing that the food on the shelves is not good. The fresh fruits, the fresh vegetables are old. We have a trucking crisis. We have a shipping crisis. We have a fuel crisis. We have a worker crisis. And no matter which one it is or which one it isn't, the end result is it's going to affect you. The end result is if the trucks, if they don't have enough truckers to move the supplies, to move the goods, a lot of people aren't going to have the things they need. America just put a ban on the Russian imports. So there goes your Tula and your Wolf ammunition, 7.62 by 3.9. All your Russian steel cased ammo, gone. Just like that. We got to understand, well, most of it, because a lot of other companies make it, but it's significantly more expensive also. Most people shoot steel out of their AKs, not brass out of their AKs. So everything's being attacked in one way or another. Metals, aluminum, steel, everything. Because without the workers, without the truck, and you have to understand, that's what this country's always ran on. This country has always ran on and been based on, you need the working class to stay in their lane and work. They used to have what were called slaves in the South. And they're slowly trying to get it back to that place again. Slowly. You have to remember, brothers and sisters, if you read the book of Yahshua, you read the story of how the children of Israel, the Hebrews, became slaves, and how Pharaoh offered them the opportunity to come and build the cities of Pithom and Ramses, and they was going to pay them. And that's what we got now. A lot of people have been paid, and it sucked everybody in to these reservations. You've heard me use that term before if you've been on this channel any amount of time. They sucked everybody into these reservations. And they promised them the American dream. They promised they'd take care of the soldiers. They promised all these things that they didn't keep. This country is notorious for not keeping its word. So why do you still trust in it? Why is what is going on continually be something that we concern ourselves overly about? Could it possibly be this thing in Afghanistan just another distraction from what really is going on? Are we not concerned about the possibilities of another shutdown, of another, if these, passports become more and more mainstream? I mean, people are sending in videos. People are letting me know right now that they're going places and they're saying no admission without vaccination, proof of vaccination. People are sending me pictures and emails and of these things. It's becoming normalized. And you're going to have to ask yourself the question, if it becomes normalized in your area, do you have a way around that? Do you have a way of navigating through a system that says that unless you do this, you won't eat? This is why self-sufficiency is important. This is why I speak about it. This is why more than anything right now, except for, your relationship with the Most High Yah and truly repenting for your sins. Outside of that, brothers and sisters, you really need to cleave onto, sisters, you need to cleave onto your heads. Husbands, you need to cleave onto Yah and that vision. You need to move in it. You need to move in it. You need to get your houses in order, man. You got to focus and eliminate all the other bullshit. And you got to really put your hand to that plow. And I mean that literal plow. Not a spiritual plow. I mean that literal plow. You need to get some food grown. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing. You need to build some alliances with some people whom you can trust. Because I read every day. I turn on, or I go to Drudge Report, Yahoo News, whatever. And you see somebody got shot, somebody got killed. I just read a story about, I think it was a 6 and 7-year-old who steered their car off the freeway and on the, I think it was off ramp, I think it was, because a bullet had hit their father and killed him while he was driving. and they had to pull the car off. I mean, it's not even safe to be on these highways anymore in these major metropolitan areas. So what are you going to do? What is your plan? You have to understand that this country, if it treats those who went to fight for it the way they do, how are they going to treat you? So instead of hoping and waiting, instead of, the constant videos of what you're going to do and the constant discussions on polygyny and what kind of gun you have, do you even have food? Do you even have the food that you're going to need? Because it's great that you got your, 2,100 or $2,000 or 2,500 Daniel Defense AR-15. That's great, and you got 2 months worth of food storage. And this delusion, this great delusion that is taking over. It's like the rug or the veils being pulled over everybody's eyes so that they won't see what's happening. They're pulled with every wind of interest. Everybody wants to talk about what's going on in Afghanistan right now. What about what's going on in your own house? What about that? What about that? What about what's going on in your own family? What about what's going on in your gardens? Your food storage? What about that? What about your self-protection? What about your plan for your family? How about your communications? First aid? How about having some adequate tools and the ability to manufacture basic tools if you need to? How about learning some skills? Real, tangible skills. How about you turn from your sin and you just come out of her? Wouldn't that be more beneficial than pontificating about what's going on everywhere else when your own house is a mess? I'm just saying. Bless y'all. I'm hot, I'm tired, but I'm gonna get back to work. Shalom.